with the weights?
Yes, sir. We have done implicit weight.
Okay. So everyone is clear about the what is meant by implicitly weight or implicit weight? Okay. So I'll cover it again. Okay, on high level. Okay. So basically implicitly weight or implicit weight is your dynamic weight. Okay. So whenever I'm saying like, let's say thread dot sleep, right? Thread dot sleep, thread dot sleep. And if I'm saying like, 500 or 5,000. Okay. So it's in milliseconds. Whatever I'm giving it, it's in millisecond. All right. Now, when I'm saying like a thread dot sleep, compulsory, it will pause or it will wait for the 500 or 5,000 milliseconds. That means how much? That means 50 seconds. Okay. So your application or your test script will compulsory wait for the how much time? 50 seconds. It will wait for the 50 seconds. Right. Now, this kind of wait, if you are adding again and again and again, right? So it will make your script slow. It will make your script slow. Right. Then what is the solution? Because when I'm working on any application, right? So there might be chances that application is little bit slow. It's taking time to load. Right. So how actually I can wait my script or I can slow down my script. Right. So previously we have seen one of the example that thread dot sleep, but I'm saying like thread dot sleep is compulsory waiting for the whatever the weight you are giving. Okay. So what is the issue if it is compulsory waiting for that much of time? What is the issue here? Right. So for example, let's say my element is loading within the let's say 5 seconds. Okay. My application is loading within the 5 seconds, but I'm waiting for the how much seconds? 50 seconds. So how much seconds we have wasted here? So let's say around 45 seconds. Around 45 seconds we have wasted. How? Because I have said like, wait for compulsory 50 seconds. Okay. But my application is loading within the 5 seconds and unnecessary. I have to wait for the 45 seconds. If I'm applying this kind of wait around, let's say 100 places, right? So unnecessary, it will increase my execution time. Unnecessary, it will increase my execution time. Okay, so to overcome this situation, we have dynamic wait. Okay, we have dynamic wait. Okay, now we have three kinds of dynamic wait. Okay, so first of all, first one is the implicit wait, or we can say the weights in Selenium. Okay, so Selenium has provided their own weight, and those weights are implicitly weight, explicitly weight, and fluent weight. Okay, implicitly weight, explicitly weight, and fluent weight. Okay, so first weight that we have is the implicitly weight. So as I said, all three are your dynamic weight. Okay, so now what is meant by dynamic weight? Dynamic weight means, so for example, as I said, like, I'm saying like, wait, wait for how much seconds? So let's say 50 seconds, wait for the 50 seconds. Okay, but, so let's say my element is loading or application is loading within the 5 seconds. Application is loading within the 5 seconds. In that case, what will happen? I'm saying wait for the 50 seconds, but my application is loading within the how much time? 5 seconds. So in that case, we are not wasting here 45 seconds. Instead of that, what will happen? As soon as this particular element is loaded, let's say within 5 seconds. Okay. So it will wait for the 5 seconds only. It will not wait for the entire. Okay. So that's the advantages of using dynamic wait. That's the advantages of using dynamic wait. So what it means, you are saying like, wait for the 50 seconds, but my element is loading within, let's say 5 seconds, then wait 5 seconds. No need to wait remaining 45 seconds. Okay. Go for the next element. Okay. So for example, I'm saying wait for, let's say, uh, uh, any particular element, right? So let's say in our case. So I'm saying let's say wait for this particular element. Okay, but this particular element is, I'm saying wait for this element, let's say 50 seconds. But this particular element is loading within, let's say, 5 seconds. Then after 5 seconds, it will start, operating this element. Not, it will not wait for the 45 seconds. So here we have saved around 45 seconds. So that is the advantages of using dynamic wait. So dynamic wait for what basically dynamic wait will do. Dynamic wait is having some polling agent. Okay, polling agent means, so let's say, for example, this is my script. Just a minute. Just a minute, I'm getting one call. Just a minute. I'm just
Yes, sir.
okay. So this is the advantages of using your dynamic wait. Okay. So just a minute. Okay. Uh, okay. Next thing that we have regarding dynamic element or dynamic weights. Okay. Sorry. In case of implicit weight. Okay. So in case of implicit weight, so implicit weight is first of all dynamic weight. Dynamic weight means it will not wait for the entire time. Okay. So it will wait for, let's say, uh, um, till the element is visible on UI. Once it is visible, it will start acting. Okay, so it will not wait for the entire time. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll say, right. Okay, so for example, let's say this is the application. Okay, and for example, this is my script. Okay, my screen is visible to all of you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was expecting here one element. Okay, so for example, here I am expecting some text box, right? So what generally will happen? This is my script. So there is one agent, that is the polling agent. Okay, or polling time. So what my application, I'm saying, like, I have to wait for here one element should be displayed, right? But that particular element is not visible. So for that, I have added some, weights. Okay. So in Selenium, what will happen? So it will first of all, I'm saying, like, if that element is not there, so you have to wait for, let's say, how much time? So let's say you have to wait for the 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Okay. You have to wait for the 60 seconds if element is not available. So first of all, my script will, or my find element will be come here and it will check, element is there or not. Okay. So now element is not there. Okay. Element is not there. Okay. So it will go and it will say my script that particular element is not there. This particular element is not there. Okay. But we have to wait for the 60 seconds. All right. So this action will happen within some microseconds or nanoseconds, right? So let's say 1 second it's happened, right? Then it will wait for some time. And after, let's say 1 second, or let's say after 5 seconds, what are the what is the polling default polling you have set? Depending on that, it will wait. Okay, but after fixed time interval, it will go and again check that element is available or not. So let's say again after 2 seconds. So this is happen initial, and after that, after 2 seconds. Okay, after 2 seconds, after 2 seconds, it will go and check that element is there or not. Okay, after 2 seconds as well, he is not able to find that particular element. Okay, so again after 2 seconds, it will again check that particular element is there. So after every 2 seconds of time interval, it will go and check that particular element is there or not. Okay, so let's say after 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds means how many requests? So let's say first 5 requests, right? After the 5 requests, that means fifth request, he found the element is there, right? So after that, he will not wait. He will directly start action on that particular element. He will start performing action on that particular element. All right. So basically, after 10 seconds, after 10 seconds, he got the element and he will not wait after the 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, he will not wait. Right. But assume that, let's say, after 60 seconds as well. So he will, after each and every 2 seconds, he is checking that element is there, element is there, element is there. But after 60 seconds as well, he is not able to find that particular element, or that particular element is not visible. Right. So in that case, he will throw the exception that, script timeout or something like, element is not found there. Right. So that kind of exception he will throw. Okay. But this is the process. Okay. So that's the reason it's called as the dynamic wait. Dynamic, why? Because after every fixed interval, it will go and check that element is there. After fixed interval, it will go and check that element is there or not. Okay. If an element is there, it will start, next actions as well. Right. So this is the advantage using, dynamic weight. So what we have seen here, there are three weights available: implicitly weight, explicitly weight, and fluent weight. So in Selenium, there are three weights available. All three weights are your dynamic weight only. All three weights are your dynamic weight only. All right. Now, in case of implicitly weight, so implicitly weight is applicable, or it's global weight. Okay, so first statement you have to remember about the implicitly weight, that the implicitly weight is your global weight, and it is applicable throughout your script, or it will applicable for each and every element. Okay, if you are saying like, implicitly weight anywhere, that means it is applicable throughout your script, throughout your script. So that means for the each and every element, you are saying, if you are saying like, implicitly wait of, let's say 60 seconds. So it will wait for the each and every element. Okay. Before throwing the exception, no such element exception. It will wait for the each and every element till that element is visible. Till that element is visible on UI. Okay, so implicitly wait, you have to remember two things about the implicitly wait. Implicitly wait is your global wait, and it is applicable for each all the element, or each and every element. It is applicable for each and every element. Okay, implicitly wait is a global wait, and this is applicable for each and every element. Okay, so let's take this example. Okay, so let's take this example. Okay, so if you see here, if I'm clicking on add box, okay, so this box is taking some time to load. Okay, this box is taking some time to load. All right. So now if I'm saying like, this box is displayed or not, if I'm saying my script that box is displayed or not, in that case, my script will fail. Why? Because if I'm clicking on here, immediately within the zero, because by default, I think Selenium is having implicitly wait of 0 seconds. Okay, so by default, it will wait for the how much second? How much second it will wait by default? 0 seconds. It will wait for the 0 seconds by default. All right. So
Ajay sir, what it means by default 0 second implicit wait?
implicitly wait by default 0 seconds means within the, I mean, few seconds, if the element is not available, then it will throw the exception, no such element available, right? So I think we have automated this particular form. Okay, so I'll just show you. Here I'm applying the implicit limit. Okay, so this is my implicit limit. Okay, and what exactly we are doing here? Uh, I'll if you guys remember what we have did here. Okay, so basically we are clicking, or maybe I will just comment it out. Okay, so basically what we are doing here, we are clicking on one element. Okay, which element? Reveal element. Okay, so the element which is having ID reveal, right? So if I open that particular UI and if I go here, okay, so there are a lot of instances available here. Let me close these tabs. Okay, so this is particular example we are looking at, right? So if I go here, okay, so basically, okay, it's having ID as adder, right? So basically, I have to click on this adder. Okay, so I'll click on this adder. Okay, and after clicking on adder, one box will display here. Okay, so this box is having, let's say, box 0. Okay, so this is the ID, box 0. Okay, I think this one. Okay, and for this one, I'm checking that particular box is displayed or not, right? Okay, so everyone is clear what exactly we are doing. So basically we are clicking here. Okay, we are clicking here on which element? We are clicking on this particular adder element. That means this particular element. And we're checking that box 0, that will the first box is appear or not. Right. Now if I run this particular script, okay, application is launched. It's click on box 0, but my script is failed. See, my script is failed. And what it is saying, it's saying like, no such element, unable to locate the element. Okay, which element? The box 0. Box 0 is not there. So if you see on UI, if I run the script again, if you see on UI, it's happening within the, I mean, few seconds. Right? It's not like that it's taking much time to load. Okay, the few seconds it's taking, but still, because by default wait time of Selenium is 0, so it's not waiting, that box till appear. Right. Now, instead of that, what we have solution that I can say like, uh, I can say here, okay, I will click and I'll say wait for, 500 or 5000 milliseconds. Okay. For that, I'm using thread.sleep. Okay. So if you see my script is still running. If you see script is still running here. Sorry, script is ended here. Just a minute. Why it's not wait for the. Okay. It's a 5 seconds. Sorry. Okay. Now I have
Ajay, it was 50,000 seconds.
50,000 means uh 50,000 means 50 seconds.
50
50,000
seconds.
means
Okay.
50 seconds. Now if you see, my script is still running. Okay, so because of I'm saying like doesn't matter element is there or not, you have to wait for the 50 seconds. So compulsory it's waiting for the 50 seconds. Okay, now if you see element is available, but still it's saying like because you're applying the thread.sleep, so it's my script is currently in sleep mode, and it will compulsory sleep for the 50 seconds, right? So still 50 seconds is not over, so it's waiting for the 50 seconds and done. All right, 50 seconds is over. So now after that, he able to find, but why? Okay, script is done, right? So if you see, script is done now, right? So what it means, like if I'm applying this thread.sleep, so compulsory it is waiting for the 50 seconds. Doesn't matter, element is there or not, right? So it's compulsory taking the 50 seconds. So if I'm applying this kind of wait, so it will make unnecessary my execution time. It will increase my execution time. Okay, so this kind of wait will be not recommended. Okay, even in interview, you should not apply thread.sleep anywhere. Thread.sleep is not at all recommended. Why thread.sleep is not recommended? Because this is the static wait. Thread.sleep is the static wait. Thread.sleep is the static wait. If I'm applying the 50 seconds of the thread.sleep, that means compulsory my script will wait for the 50 seconds. Okay, so it will unnecessary will make my script what? It will unnecessary will make my script slower. So, and it will increase my execution time. So this is not recommended to use the thread.sleep. Okay. So instead of that, what I will do, I will use the implicitly wait. So what is the syntax? Driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicitly. Then you have to set duration of seconds. So there are multiple options: duration of minute, duration of hour, duration of let's say day. Okay, but you have to use the duration of seconds because most of the time you will deal with the in seconds, right? So I'm saying like duration of seconds. And this time as well, I'm saying like duration of seconds, but how much seconds? So let's say I'm saying like 60 seconds. 60 seconds means 1 minute. Okay, I'm saying if element is not able to, you are not able to find the element, wait for the 60 seconds. And after 60 seconds, if you're not found the element, then throw the exception. Okay, now I will run the script and you guys have to observe that how much time. See, this red symbol means my script is running. Okay, this red means my script is running. So see, true, we have already got the true. That means it's wait for the couple of seconds and immediately it's done. Now in this case, it's not waiting for the how much time? 60 seconds. It's not waiting for the 60 seconds. Immediately, if few seconds, he found that particular element, he's returned the true because I'm saying like that box is displayed or not. Okay. Within few seconds, it's saying like okay, box is displayed and it's just complete the execution. Right. So that is the advantages of using this kind of wait. Okay. So first of all, implicitly wait is your dynamic wait. And if you are applying the implicitly wait, so it will not wait for the entire time. As soon as element is appear, it will wait for that particular time. As soon as element is appear, so it will not wait after that. Right. Now what second thing we have talked about the implicitly wait. Okay. We are saying like implicitly wait. Implicitly wait is your what kind of wait? Is your dynamic your global wait. Global wait means what? If tomorrow, if I'm applying one more box and I'm saying like, work on this particular box, right? Or do the action on this particular box or check that particular box is displayed or not. In that case as well, it will wait for that means that particular wait will apply for the next element as well. So for example, if I'm saying here, next statement that I'm saying here, okay, driver driver dot find element by dot id and I'm saying here box one because I'm sure this box is having ID box 1. Okay, so it's having box 1, right? So this is the first statement. So if you see, I'm operating on different element. It's not box 1 and box 2 are same element, right? So box 1 is different, box 2 is different. I'm saying here box. I'm saying here box
Box 2.
2 here. Okay. But for that, every time I have to click on that particular button so that new box will appear there. Okay. Okay. So for that, what I will do, I will make one change. I will just, disappear, or I will just comment this out. Okay. And here I'll say, uh, again, I will say thread dot sleep so that, thread dot sleep, how much time I have to sleep. So let's say I'm saying sleeping for, let's say 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds means 10,000, or maybe I have to wait for the 5 seconds. Okay, I'm waiting here for the 5 seconds. Okay, now what will happen as soon as I click first time on adder? So it will wait for the 5 seconds and it will check, first that is box 0 is there or not. It will click on adder and it will check, box 2 is appear here or not. Okay, so if I run this, what will happen? It will click on box. So first box is found and now it's checking for the second box. Okay, but if I go here, now see what is happening here. What is happening here? It's saying like, unable to locate element. Which element? Box 1. That means box 0, he is able to find out, but issue with the box 1. Now, why box 1 he is not able to find out? What is the problem with the box 1?
There is no thread dot sleep there.
Correct, correct. So if I'm applying the thread dot sleep, so I'm applying on this level, right? So initially he look for this particular element and he is able to find out. Why? Because I'm saying like, once you click on this particular adder button, you have to wait for 5 seconds and then you have to find out this particular box 1, right? Now he again clicked on adder, one new box is added and immediately he's checking that new box, that is the box 1 is there or not. Because he clicked and immediately he's checking that box is there or not. So he's not able to find out that box. So that's the reason it's saying like, box is not there. Okay. Unable to locate the element, unable to locate the element. Right. So that means if you are applying the thread dot sleep, you have to apply for each and every element. Then it will work. Okay. So instead of that, what I will say, I'll say simply, okay, UI operator, sorry, driver dot manage dot timeout implicitly wait of, let's say, 5 seconds or 10 seconds here. Let's say 10 seconds. Okay. Now, what we have said about this particular weight is the global weight. That means this weight is applicable here, this weight is applicable here, this weight is applicable for here. Wherever you are doing the driver dot find element, all the three levels, sorry, it will be applicable here, all the these lines. Okay, so this is applicable throughout the code, throughout your code. This particular weight is applicable, right? Now, if I run this particular script, okay, so first of all, it will click on adder second time and third time, and so let's say you are getting the 3 times true, right? Why? Because you are checking box 1 is displayed, box 2 is displayed, box 3 is displayed. Sorry, box 0, box 1 and box 2 is displayed. So all the 3 times you got the box 3. Now you are not getting the exception here that no such element or something like that. Why? Because this is taking care of your implicitly weight. So implicitly weight is your global weight, and this is applicable throughout your script. Okay. So for each and every element, it will wait for 10 seconds. So for example, this is the first element. If this element is slow, it will compulsory wait for the 10 seconds because you are saying implicitly wait of 10 seconds. So for each and every element, it will wait for the 10 seconds. If after 10 seconds, if element is not found, then it will throw the exception that element not found or something like that. Okay, but for each and every element, compulsory it will wait for the 10 seconds. That is the advantage of using implicitly wait. Clear this thing for everyone?
Yes, Ajay. Yes.
Okay,
Yes, Ajay.
perfect.
Hello.
Yes,
Ajay sir, as you said that implicit weight have some cooling time. If we have given 15 second or 10 second or 20 second maximum timeout,
right.
so what is the default cooling time? In how much millisecond it will check that particular element
I
on page?
think it's 2 seconds default.
I think 3 seconds है ऐसे.
3 seconds, right? Default polling frequency for the selenium implicitly weight is the 0 seconds. So I think it's continuously monitor that particular thing. Okay, so for the implicitly weight, he will not allow to, let me check. Driver polling and specify amount of time while trying to find out the element if element is not found before the time interval. Exit. Default value for the implicitly weight is the 0 second, and implicitly weight has default polling time. These two test statements are contradictory. Implicitly weight has default polling time of 250 milliseconds. 0 or 250. Okay, so I think it's 0 seconds. Okay. Uh, I'll confirm it again. Okay.
No problem,
But
sir.
yeah,
Sir,
okay.
there is one more question, sir. In implicit weight, we have a format like driver dot manage timeout dot implicitly weight
Mm-hmm.
duration of dot second, right?
Mm-hmm.
So another is also a format you have written in this slide, sir. 20 comma timeout dot unit
It's old
second.
one. It's old one. I
Okay.
have to
So
update this one here. Okay. So this is
okay.
older syntax.
Means we can use this also, but it is older,
No, no,
right?
no, no. This is I think deprecated. Okay, this is older one, older way of writing the implicitly. So I have to update my notes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So what we need to do? I need to go here and I have to add here duration. Okay. Okay. Now next thing that we have explicitly weight. Okay, explicitly weight. Okay. So what we have learned about the implicitly weight? That implicitly weight is compulsory. I mean it's a global weight and it is applicable for each and every element. Okay. Whereas your explicitly weight is element specific, or you can apply the explicitly weight for the specific element. It's not global weight. It's not global weight. It is the element specific weight. Okay. So your explicitly weight is used to tell the web driver to wait for the certain condition. So certain element, or you have to wait for the certain condition. Okay, that particular condition is called as the expected condition. I will tell you what is meant by expected condition. Okay, again, this is also dynamic wait. Okay, your explicitly wait is dynamic wait. What is meant by dynamic? So if you are providing the wait of, let's say, 1,000 seconds, it will wait for your specific till that element is appearing or till that condition is satisfying or not. And after that, it will start working. Right. Here, default polling is 500 milliseconds. Okay. And applicable for specific element only. It's not applicable throughout the script. It is applicable for the specific element. This is applicable for the specific element. Okay. When you are creating the explicit limit, you have to take care of two things. Okay. So first one is you have to create the object of WebDriver wait. Okay. So previously I'm directly saying driver dot manage dot implicitly wait, time unit dot implicitly wait, right? But here you have to compulsory create the object of WebDriver wait. Okay. So I'm creating the object of WebDriver wait like this. WebDriver wait dot sorry, WebDriver wait is equal to new WebDriver wait, and here I'm passing how much time I have to wait. Right. So here, for example, I'm passing for the 20 seconds. So 20 seconds of implicitly wait I'm creating. Sorry, explicitly wait I'm creating. Okay. This is the this is the first step that you have to do. Second step, what you need to do, you have to say uh, add expected condition. Okay. So what exactly you're expecting here? Okay. So for that, you have to say wait dot until, and then you have to apply the expected condition. So there are n number of expected condition available. In that particular expected condition, you have to work on which expected condition you want to work on. Okay. Okay. So this two step you have to take care of. First of all, you have to create the object of WebDriver wait. Okay, so first step that you have to create the object of WebDriver wait, and second step you have to apply the expected condition. You have to apply the expected condition. Okay, so now what I will do here, I'll just do some modification in script. Okay, so instead of clicking on adder button, I'll click on, so let's say this
Revealed.
reveal button, right? So what I'll do, I'll just check what is the ID for, I think reveal button. It's
Reveal.
having ID of reveal. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just comment out all the code. Okay, I'll comment this wait as well. Okay. And here I'll say driver to, sorry, UI operator. Why UI operator? Because that class we have created, right? And that class we are having driver variable. I'm saying
Ajay
okay.
sir, line
We
number
have to
26, you are writing the navigate to. So why you are refreshing that URL again?
I'm not sure. I can comment it out. Okay, this is not required. Okay.
Okay.
So driver dot find element by dot ID. Okay. And this is the ID of this particular element. And then I will say dot click. Okay. Once this is clicked. Okay. Once this is clicked. Once this is clicked, this particular input box will display here. Okay. And This is having revealed ID, right? So in revealed, I will add some text here, right? So I'll say driver dot find element, sorry, UI operator, UI operator dot driver dot find element by dot ID reveal dot send key of let's say ABCD. Right. Now if I run this particular script, Radha, there okay. Okay, the script is failed. Reason, element is not interactable. It's saying like, element is not interactable. Which element is not interactable? Okay, that you have written on this particular line. So this particular element is not interactable. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just rerun the script. Before that, I'll just, close this one. I'll close this one as well. And I'll close this browser as well. Okay, I'll say run the script again. Okay, so see, it's clicked on reveal. Okay, within few seconds, that element is also there, but it's saying like element is not interactable. Now see, if element is not interactable, what it means? Okay, to operate on this, what I'll do, I'll say, okay, so there might be chances issue with the weight. Okay, so I have to wait a little bit more. So for that reason, what I'll do, okay, for that reason, what I'm doing here, I'm applying implicitly wait and I'm saying like, implicitly wait of let's say 10 seconds. Okay. Now in this case, I'm properly waiting and I'm saying like, click on that element, wait for the 10 second. If element is not found, even you can say like, wait for let's say, uh, 50 seconds. Okay.
Sir, it is not giving no such element exception, but
Correct.
it is giving element not interactable. So
Okay.
both are different.
Yeah. Element not interactable is different one and no such element is different one. Now in this case, it's working. Okay. So what I'm trying to show here to you guys, okay, I'm trying to show different thing. So let me close this one. Okay, let's say 10 second if I'm saying here. It's working. Okay. Okay, so usually typically what happens, this particular element, okay, that means this particular element, when I clicked on this one, I'll say refresh. Okay, so if you see that revealed is already there. Reveal input box. See, if it even it's hidden, but it is available inside the DOM. It is available inside the DOM. Now, if I'm not waiting and if I'm saying like, directly work on this particular element. So he's saying like, okay, element is there, but that is hidden. How I can enter the text in hidden element, right? Right or wrong? In hidden element, I cannot write. So it's saying like, element is not interactable. Element is there, but that particular element is not interactable. Why? Because see, it's available inside the DOM. Okay. And it's saying like, display is equal to null. That means it's hidden, right? So on hidden element, you cannot add the text or you cannot enter the text. Okay. So I have to click here. I have to wait for some time till that element is. So see, if I clicked here, okay, after few seconds or after few seconds, the style is getting changed. Okay. Inside display colon none, it's saying like, style only. Okay, so this HTML is got changed after few seconds. Okay, for that few seconds, I have to wait. For that particular few seconds, I have to wait. Then and then only I can perform the operation on that particular element. Okay, so now if I'm getting this kind of exception, so first solution is that use the implicitly wait. Right. Now, if I don't want to use the implicitly wait, I want to use the explicitly wait. So I have to follow the three steps, two steps, right? So first is WebDriver wait wait of wait is equal to. So first step I have shown in
WebDriver.
PPT, right? So you have to create the object of WebDriver wait. You have to create the object of WebDriver wait. So I'm applying the first step, that I'm creating the object of WebDriver wait. So that is the WebDriver wait of WebDriver, right? So for that first instance, first parameter, you have to pass the driver. So I'm passing here our driver is where located? It's located in UI operator. So I'm saying UI operator dot driver. Everyone is got why I'm saying UI operator dot driver, because on which driver instance I'm working on, that driver is located inside the is located inside the this UI operator. See, okay, so it's not there, but UI operator is having one parent
It's
class,
browser.
that is the
Browser
parent.
class.
Yes.
Correct.
Extend from
Correct.
the
So
browser.
browser is having one parent class, that is the UI operator. Sorry, it's in browser. So it's browser, I'm having this particular driver, but I'm accessing through the UI operator. I'm accessing through the UI operator because this UI operator is having one parent, that is the browser. And inside that browser, I'm having that particular locator. So I have created the object of this, and I'm saying I want to access the parent driver, right? So that's the reason I'm saying here UI operator dot driver. So basically I have to pass the driver. If you are not using structure like this, basically you are going to say only driver. But I'm accessing that driver variable through this particular class, that UI operator. So that's the reason I'm saying UI operator dot driver. Okay. The next thing that I have to pass the time unit. Okay. So how much time unit I have to pass? So let's say I'm saying like, duration dot of seconds, durations of seconds, how much seconds? So let's say I'm saying 20 seconds. Okay, so now I have fulfilled the step one. So this is the step one completed. Okay, but once the step one completed, I have to apply the step two as well. Okay, step two. What is the step two? Okay, um, step two I have to apply. Okay, so step two is I have to create the object of, sorry, I have to use the explicitly wait. Sorry, I have to use the expected condition class. Okay, so for that, I'm going to say wait, that means this particular wait object. Okay, in this particular object, through this particular object, I'm going to call the one method that until. Okay, and for this particular class, for this particular method, I'm going to pass expected
condition.
expected condition, that is the class you have to use dot, and these are the different expected conditions available. Okay, which are those? Okay, um, so let's say first one is the alert is present. Then there are n number of methods available, or there are n number of different things available. Okay, but in my case, my element is not visible or it's not displayed for sometimes, right? So what I'll say, visibility of element located by, okay, visibility of element located
Sir, it is
by
selected
dot,
invisibility.
sorry, I have to select the visibility, right? Visibility of element located by which element I have to, by ID. So this is the element, for that I have to wait. All right, and then I will say, so now see, I have removed the implicitly wait. So I'm I'm saying I have to wait for which element? That revealed element. So specific element I have to wait. Okay, and now I will say run. Okay, now if you see, it's not throwing the element is not interactable or something like that. Why? Because see, I'm saying here wait for this particular element. How much seconds? 20 seconds. Okay. And here specific condition I have added. Which condition? I'm saying like, that particular element is taking time to get visible. Okay. So I'm saying wait for the visibility of that particular element. Okay. So this is the syntax. I'll suggest, write down this particular syntax. Okay. So instead of that, you can write down this particular syntax. Okay. So in normal case, you're going to use this particular syntax. Okay. So allow me, 5 minutes. I'll just come. Okay. I have to give the medicine to my child. Just 5 minutes. Okay.
Yes,
Till
sir.
that, you just go through this particular document.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So what we have learned from explicitly wait. So explicitly wait, everyone is here, right?
Yes, Ajay.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Ajay.
Okay. So what we have learned from the explicitly wait, that explicitly weight is also dynamic weight, but it is element specific. Element specific means for the single element, you are going to apply that particular explicitly weight, and you are going to say like, wait for this particular element, but I'm giving here some specific condition. So in this case, I'm saying like, visibility of element, you have to wait. Okay, so there are n number of different expected conditions available, because whatever the conditions available in this particular class, you can apply all these conditions. Right, so I will just walk you through some conditions. Okay, or maybe I'm having one slide here. Okay, so these are the few expected conditions that you are going to use. Okay, or sometimes it will require to use. Okay, so first one is the alert is present. What it means? So you have to wait for a few seconds or few minutes or few sometimes. Okay, to present or to be sometimes alert is taking time to load, or sometimes alert is appearing after sometimes, right? So you have to wait in that case for the alerts, right? So you can apply this particular condition, wait for the alert. Okay, sometimes element is not in selection state, or it is getting selected after few seconds, right? So in that case, you are going to apply this particular condition, right? Element to be clickable. Sometimes you can see like if page is loading at that time, it's not allowing to click on that particular element, right? Sometimes while page is loading, you are not allowing to click or to select any element or select something from the drop down. Right. So in that case, you can say like, element to be selected, element to be clickable. Right. So this kind of different weights available. So, okay. Sometimes, you have to wait for the element to be present. Sometimes, you have to wait for the element. Sometimes what happens, element will present after sometimes or after few seconds after. So for that, we have seen that particular example, right? Visibility of element. Right. In same case, we can apply like I think till the in same example. Okay, so this is the example. In that I'm saying like visibility of element. Okay, that means visible, that element is visible on UI. I have to wait. Okay. Instead of that, I can say like till the element is okay, presence of element. So presence means actually it check in the DOM. Okay, so it will not work. Okay, but visibility of element will work in this case. Okay, so presence of element located by. Okay, if I'm using this presence of element located by, in that case, what will happen? I will check. Dot presence of element located by. I think it will also work, or it's not working. Yeah, it's not working. So presence of element located by means what it will do. It will check, element is present in the DOM or not. Okay. Or it will wait for, till the time that element is present in the DOM or not. In our case, element is already present in the DOM, but problem is that you are just enabling and disabling that element. So initially it's hidden element, and once you click on that particular button, it will just unhide, or it will just display it on UI. Right. So in that case, this particular condition we cannot use. So we have to wait for the visibility of that particular element. So you have to decide which condition is applicable in my case, because for expected condition, you have multiple conditions apply here. Okay, n number of condition. You cannot, go through each and every condition. Okay, so few of the condition you can, note down, and you can say like, someone ask, what are the different expected condition that you can tell them like, I know that visibility of element is there, alert is present is there, then there are different conditions available, right? So few conditions you can remember, and you can tell that these are the different conditions available in that particular class, because this is one class available. In this class, these are the different methods available. So first one is the alert is present, element selection state to be, element to be clickable, element to be selected, Okay, so after that, presence of element, then presence of all element located by. Okay, then we have visibility of element, then we have titles, then title contains visibility of all element. So these are the different expected condition is available. Okay, you can use any that is applicable. Okay, so for this we'll take one more example. Okay, so what I'll do here. Okay, so you have to tell me
Ajay,
for that. Yeah.
excuse me. Ajay, so explicitly wait, we define the duration also, no? Meantime, we are giving the expected condition as well, right? So here duration of second is 20.
Mhm.
Assume that we have given expected 5 expected conditions. Um so that means within that 20 second, all 5 expected conditions should met, right? Let's say
No.
given
At a
auto.
time you are giving only one expected condition, right?
Yeah, I mean we can give multiple expected condition as well, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, let assume that we have given 5 expected conditions. So that means within that 20 seconds, all 5 expected condition should met, right? Should be met, right?
Correct.
Uh, if code unable to met one of these condition, right? Let's say we within that 20 seconds only 4 is met. So then it get failed, right?
You are saying like, wait until if I'm using multiple times, right? So let's
Yeah.
try that. Okay, so here I'm saying like, so we'll do one thing. We'll apply the condition which is going to fail. That particular condition I'm going to apply first. I'm saying like, um, wait until uh, presence of element located by. Okay, so in this case, I'm applying the two condition. One, I'm saying presence of element located by, and I'm giving the same element. Okay, and second, I'm applying the second condition that I'm saying like, visibility of element, right? So anyways, first condition is going to fail and second condition is going to pass, right? So what we have to check here that it is going for the second condition or not. If first, so previously what error we got, the element is not interactable, right? Okay. So see here what will happen. So my assumption is that what I'll do, I'll just increase this little bit. Instead of 10 seconds, I'll say I have to wait for 50 seconds. It's doing immediately, right? It's not waiting for the 50 seconds. Okay. I'm wondering for this one. Okay,
Sir,
because
it is not checking 39th number condition presence of all. It is checking, but till then it is found the next condition
all
below.
right. So what I was expecting that it should wait for this particular condition to be true, which is element presence of element located by. Okay, but that particular condition is because this is present, right? Oh, I got this is already present, so it will wait for let's say 0 seconds here on this particular. Because see this particular element, what it will check element is in DOM or not. Okay, that means presence of element in the DOM or not. Okay, so as soon as he look first time, element is already present in the DOM, so it will not wait for this particular line. Okay, now on the next line, so let's say element is going to visible after, let's say, 2 seconds. It will wait for the 2 seconds only, and then it will enter the text. All right. So,
Sir, right third condition element is clickable or anything between them. Can you check after 39th number line?
what I'll do, I'll add one condition which is never going to be true. All right. So after this line, I'll say wait or wait dot until here we can say instead of visibility, we can say invisibility, right? So I'll say invisibility because on this particular line, it will wait for the visibility and it's not going to invisible again once it is visible, right? So I'll say invisibility of element of element located by. Okay. So in this case, I think it should wait for complete 50 seconds. The script is still running and it's not entered anything, right? So that means it's just waiting for this particular condition to be true. So first condition is true immediately. This particular condition is true after 2 seconds. And this particular condition is never going to be true. Okay, so it will wait compulsory for 50 seconds. And after 50 seconds, it will execute this particular line. After 50 seconds, it will execute this particular line. That means after 50 seconds, it will going to write the ABC. But till the time, okay. Okay, yeah. Here it's saying like, timeout exception. So after 50 seconds as well, he is not able to found that particular element. So that's the reason it's saying like, timeout exception. And timeout exception it's giving on this particular line. So it's saying like, I'm just waiting for that element to be invisible, but I have wait for the how much time? 50 seconds, but that particular element is not invisible. So that's the reason it's saying like, it's giving the timeout exception here. It's giving the timeout exception. Okay, so in case of implicitly wait, in case of implicitly wait, it's giving the element not found exception. Here you will get the proper timeout exception. Okay.
Sir, after 50 second, it should check the condition. So why it is giving timeout? I mean, after 50 second, the condition is not true.
All right. So basically what we are doing here, we are applying the what kind of wait? Explicitly wait, right? Explicitly wait by default polling time is how much?
500 milliseconds.
500 milliseconds, right? So basically what it will do after each and every 500 milliseconds, it will go and check here that element is there or not. Okay, it will go there and check element is there or not. Element is there or not. After each 500 milliseconds, right? And after 20 seconds, because I'm applying here how much wait? So let's say 50 seconds. All right. So after 50 seconds, so basically what it is checking here? It is going here and checking that element is invisible or not. Why? Because it's checking for the invisibility of element, because condition I have applied like this. Okay, invisibility of element. So after each and every 500 millisecond, that means 5 seconds, right? 5 seconds, not 5 seconds as well, 500 milliseconds, right? After each and every 500 milliseconds, it's going here and checking that particular element is invisible or not. Okay, after again 500 millisecond, it will go and check that element is invisible or not. Okay, because once this element is appear here, once this element is appear here, which element? This particular element is appear here. This particular element have appear here. It is not never going to be invisible. All right. So it will check till the 50 seconds. Okay. And after 50 seconds as well, this element is not never going to invisible. So this condition is fail after the how much time? 50 seconds. Okay. Now if this condition is fail, it's just giving the exception that timeout. And after 50 seconds as well, I'm not able to find this particular element. After 50 seconds as well, sorry, after 50 seconds as well, this particular element is not invisible. So condition fail here and it's giving the timeout exception here. Got it?
Yes, sir. Every time if the condition is not satisfied, it will
It
give
will give
timeout
the timeout
exception.
exception. That's correct. But in case of implicitly wait, it will not give the timeout exception.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
yes, sir.
So Sanjeev, answer to your question, it will wait for the each and every condition that you are applying here. Every condition it will wait. Okay. If one of the condition is fail, then it will give the timeout exception.
Yes, Ajay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So next one thing we will try quickly. Okay. What we'll do, we'll go to the demo QA. You guys have to tell me. Okay. What I will do, I'll just remove everything from here.
Sir, last one doubt, if you can tell. Sir,
Mhm.
uh, in one time it gives no such element exception, and another one is no element not interactable exception. So is there any difference between these two exception when it will generate? No such element is okay. I mean, element is not appears in DOM.
Mhm. So
Then
element is not interactable means element is available there. Okay, but currently not interactable. That might be element is disabled, element is hidden, element is maybe not loaded properly. In that case, it will give the exception that element is not interactable.
and no such element exception, sir. It
No
is
such
same.
element means elements is not at all available in the DOM. Okay, element is not interactable means it's available in the DOM, but it might be it's hidden, it might be it's disabled, it might be
Disable.
it's taking the time to load, right? So in that case, but it is available in the DOM. In that case, you will get the exception that element is not interactable.
Okay, sir.
Ajay, hello.
Mhm.
Means that also JavaScript executor also we can use for hidden elements, right?
JavaScript executor, how?
For the hidden elements, we can say.
Mm,
Means that I am
JavaScript
asking
executor.
question.
Okay. So see, I mean, JavaScript executor usually why you use for the clicking, right? Clicking on hidden
Yes,
element, you are saying.
yes.
Okay. So that might be possibility. You can use the, I mean, JavaScript executor, you can do anything. Okay. What are the different things that working with the Selenium? What are the different things that is not working with the Selenium? All the things you can perform with the help of JavaScript executor. You can scroll it with the help of JavaScript executor. You can click on specific element that Selenium is not able to do it. You can click do it. Okay. So for you specific that on hidden element JavaScript is working or not, that I need to check.
Okay. Yes,
Sir,
yes.
if the element is property is not enabled, then still JavaScript executor will not work over that. Property is not enabled on web
All right,
DOM.
right. So that's the reason I'm
So
saying, like,
how
I
it
haven't
will be
checked,
working?
for the disable element or for hidden element, JavaScript executor will work or not. So I think it will not work. Why? Because if it is the case, then anyone can go and suppose, for example, if you're doing the you are hiding something from the UI, right? You are purposefully hiding something from the UI, right? So let's say there is one payment button, and you are purposefully doing that particular button as a disable, right? If you are able to do it with the help of JavaScript executor, then it's a big huge bug, right? So tomorrow, I mean, so like let's say people who is having bad intention. So if he is able to do click on that particular element with the help of JavaScript executor, right? So he will do. I mean, it's not difficult to prepare the JavaScript for anyone, right? So he will prepare the JavaScript and he will click on that particular element. Right. So you are making that particular element disable intentionally, or developer making that element disable intentionally. If he is able to perform the action on that with the help of JavaScript executor, then it's a um, huge,
Defense
bug, right?
bug.
Right. So I believe, you should not able to, click that particular element, or you can able to click on that particular element, but it will not functional. Okay, but still I will check and I'll let you know, Avinash.
Okay, okay, Ajay. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's quickly take one example. You guys have to guide me. Okay. So I'm having this particular form here. I'm having web, no, uh, pop off, right? So let me close this. Alerts. Alerts is here, right? So for example, this particular alerts, right? So here, for example, this particular specific alert. Okay. So for example, if I'm clicking on this particular alert, okay. So we have completed alerts or not yet?
No, sir.
Alert handling is
No,
not done
Ajay.
No,
yet, right?
no.
No.
Not done yet, right? So for example, this particular alert is there. Okay. If I'm clicking on this particular alert, it's taking little bit time. And after that, its alert is appearing here, right? So it's taking time to appearing this particular alert. All right. So now what I will do, I will simply write the script to click on this particular button. Okay. And click on this particular, sorry, first of all, click on this particular button, and in alert, I'm getting okay. There I'm going to say, click on okay, this particular okay. I'll write the code for that. Okay. So how to, so first of all, I have to change the URL. So for that, I will go to the property. Here I will update the URL. Okay. And what I'll do here, I'll simply click on this particular button. Okay, I'll reproduce the issue first, and then you have to tell me how we can avoid this issue. Okay, then I'll say UI operator dot driver dot find element by dot
ID is there, I think.
ID dot click. UI operator, let's say dot driver dot manage dot
timeout.
Sorry, dot dot driver dot switch to dot alert dot accept. Okay, so for example, this particular code, I'm saying like, in on alert, there is one OK button. So I have to click on that particular OK button. Okay, so this particular code is going to click on OK button, or this particular code is going to press the accept the alert. So this particular code is going to accept the alert. Okay. Okay, now if I run this particular code, okay, it is not going to click on that alert itself. Okay, so time being, what I'll do, I'll just scroll it by manually. I'll tell you how to scroll with the help of Selenium as well. Okay, it's click on that alert. Okay, but immediately I got the exception. What is the exception? The no alert present. Why no alert? Because see, if I'm going here, the alert is there, but this particular alert is taking time to load. This particular alert is taking time to appear. All right, so that's the reason I'm getting the exception. No alert present or no such alert. Okay, so how to overcome this particular problem? So for that, you have to use the implicitly wait on this particular alert. So how to apply the implicitly wait? So for that, you have to apply the, sorry, not implicitly wait, explicitly wait. Explicitly wait will work here. Okay, so I have to apply the explicitly wait. So how to create the explicitly wait? So for that, I have to say
WebDriver wait.
driver wait.
Wait is equal to new WebDriver.
Is equal to new
WebDriver.
WebDriver wait. So I'm going to pass here driver UI operator dot driver. Okay,
Duration of second.
duration
Dot
of
of second.
seconds. Of seconds. How many seconds? So let's say 20 seconds. Okay, and now wait
Dot until
Wait dot
expected condition.
expected condition.
expected condition. Expected condition is your class. So there is one
Yeah.
interface is also available, expected condition, but always you have to use the expected condition class, which is available in org OpenQA Selenium support IO. Okay, expected conditions dot alert is present.
Alert.
Right, alert is present, and that's it. Right, so you are waiting for a specific alert for the 20 seconds. Right, if I run this particular script now, I think script is failed because it's not able to find that particular element. So I'll scroll it manually because some add is going there. Now see one alert is appear and it's quickly disappear, and script is as well not failing now. See, okay, shall I run again? Okay, scrolling part I'm doing manually. I will tell you how to scroll with the help of Selenium as well. Okay, alert appear and it's disappear. That means it's accepting the alert as well, right? So with the help of expected condition class, you can do it. Okay. So clear how to add the expected condition. What is the difference between expected, sorry, what is the difference between implicitly and explicitly? This is clear for everyone. Okay, so implicitly wait is applicable for each and every element. Whereas explicitly weight is applicable, it's specific for element and it is applicable for that particular element only. Okay.
Sir, why implicit weight is not working here?
Where?
If we write instead of explicit weight and we write implicit weight and wait to appear that alert messages appear.
Because
So
there
it
is
will,
no such a condition in implicitly wait that it will wait for the alert. It will wait for the element and something like that, right? But it will not wait for the that particular element, that particular alert.
it will
Okay,
not wait for alert, but wait for okay, wait. It will not wait for that particular
alert,
element.
right? So it will
Alert.
wait for the element, but alert it's not. I mean, if you're saying like he will not understand. Okay, that alert will came in and I have to wait for the alert. Okay. So you have to take, I mean, this is the specific condition, right? So alert is coming and here I have to wait for the alert, right? So for that, you have to apply the specific condition. So for that, we have expected condition class. So in expected condition class, we have multiple expected conditions. So you can apply any condition that you want. Okay. So so that is the difference, right? So implicitly weight, it's a plain weight, right? So it will global weight. It will applicable for each and every element. Okay. But here you cannot give the specific condition. I have to wait for this condition. I have to wait for that condition because this is the plain weight, right? But in
Yes.
explicitly weight, you have, I mean, leverage that you can tell like, I have to wait for this condition. I want to wait for this condition because we have expected condition class and in that multiple conditions are there. You can select any condition and you can wait for that particular condition.
Yes, sir. Sir, can we
Right.
say that implicit weight is for driver specific weight?
Correct.
That
Implicit,
only
correct,
driver weight.
correct, exactly. It's a driver specific weight. Okay. Now, what do you think which weight is better or which weight is best?
Implicit.
Anyone?
Explicit weight is more
Explicit.
flexible.
Explicit weight.
Okay.
Actually,
So,
both weights required because implicit weight is global declaration, we can say.
mhm,
It is covering all the elements which present on the page.
mhm,
But if sometimes what happens is like some elements taking more time to load on the screen. So
mhm.
then we are using explicit weight like WebDriver weight for the same. So
Okay.
both weight are important, we can say we are using for.
Okay.
We have to
Okay.
write again and again explicit weight for each and every element.
Mhm.
We need not to write again implicit weight. It will define only once
Right.
in a script.
Mhm.
No,
Okay.
actually,
Any other thoughts?
explicit weight we are not using again and again.
Mhm.
We are using we can say specific statement. Sometimes some elements are not visible in that particular time, we can say.
Okay.
So that time we are using explicit weight. But
Okay.
implicit weight we are continuously using for the same as like it requires all over the script.
Okay. 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 Shivani, what do you think? Which weight is better?
I think both are important because in some condition we require explicit weight and for some we require implicit one.
Correct. Okay. So, Alicia, what do you think? Okay. So I think everyone has, their own view. Okay. I'll tell you. I mean, why people is saying like, implicitly weight is, sorry, explicitly weight is better weight than implicitly weight. Okay. So first thing is that you have command on your conditions, that specific condition you can apply, and you can say, I want to wait for this particular condition only. Okay. So now take one example. Okay. So for example,
Ajay sir, explicit wait first check the condition, right,
right.
of the element, and then it will check the maximum timeout.
Correct. Okay.
Okay.
So for example, let's say I'm having 300 script available. Okay. Or let's take the 500 script. 100 script available in my automation suite. Okay. Okay. So out of 500 test cases, okay, so let's say there are 200 test cases are there. Okay. Which is okay. So let's say there is one element tab is there. Okay. Let's say there is one element tab is there, and each and every test case. So let's say I'm talking about out of 500 test cases, this 200 test cases doing what? This is clicking on this particular element tab. This is clicking on this particular element tab, and then it is doing the further action. Further action means few test cases are clicking on text box, few test cases are clicking on checkbox, few test cases are talking about the radio button. Okay, but what are these 200 test cases? Each and every test case is clicking on this particular element tab. Okay, now I have added the implicitly wait. Okay, implicitly wait. Okay, I have added the implicitly wait. Okay, so let's say I'm saying implicitly wait of how much? So let's say 1 minute, that is the 60 seconds. 60 seconds I'm saying here. Okay, 60 seconds of wait, it's required. Right, now tomorrow what happens? Okay, by mistake or by developer's mistake, okay, this particular element tab is, removed. This particular element tab is removed. So what will happen in case of implicitly wait? Element tab is not there, but these 200 test cases always clicking on that element tab and it's doing the next action. So first of all, first script will came here. It will check element tab is there or not, but element tab is not there. So it will wait for the how much time? 60
Maximum
seconds.
60 seconds.
60 seconds it will wait. Okay, and he will not able to find that element. Okay, second script will came. It will check element is there or not. Element is not there. It will wait again. How much time? 60 seconds. Okay, so out of 200 test case, each and every test case will came here and it will wait for how much time? 60 seconds. So how much time total you are going to wait? Around
16 to 200.
200 minutes. 200 minutes means how much hours? Around 3 or more than 3 hours, right? More than
Yes.
3 hours you are going to wait. Why? Because the developer did one mistake, and because of that mistake, the main tab is not there, but still my script is waiting and it's saying like, after 3 hours, it's giving me result and it's saying like that the main tab is not there. That particular tab is not there itself. Okay. So this has happened because my implicitly wait, it's waiting for each and every element. My implicitly wait is waiting for each and every element. Okay. Whereas if I use the explicitly wait, okay, so you're going to say like, if you're using the explicitly wait for this particular element, in that case as well, it's going to happen same. Right or wrong? If I'm saying explicitly wait, that is the WebDriver wait of let's say time duration of 60 seconds. In that case as well, it's going to happen same. But see, whenever you are applying the explicitly wait, you are going to apply the explicitly wait for the element which is taking time to load. You're not going to go for each and every element or every random element. You're not going to apply the wait. Okay, so what I will do, I will first of all, load the page. I will take, I will check, this particular element is taking time. Okay, or maybe I will write the script. I'll execute the script one time, two times, three times, five times. Okay, and in five times execution, I got this particular element is taking time to load. Then and then only I will apply the explicitly wait for this particular element. Otherwise, I'm not going to apply the explicitly wait. So element which is taking time to load, for that element only I'm going to apply the explicitly wait. I'm not going to apply the explicitly wait for any random element. Right. So in this case, if that element is previously appearing fast, then I'm not going to apply this particular wait. So in that case, if this kind of situation will happen, I'm going to save this time. Okay, so that is my feedback time. Okay, so that's the reason instead of applying the implicitly wait, you should, apply the wait for the element which is taking time to load with the help of explicitly wait. Now, this particular situation is clear for everyone or not? Everyone is there? I'm
Yes,
audible?
sir.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the reason explicitly wait is the better wait. Okay, this is clear for everyone?
Yes, sir. Means, sir,
Okay.
in a first test case, we will write explicit wait if it is loading late that particular web
All
element,
right.
right?
So in that case as well, you can apply the explicit limit where that you're talking about the box example, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in box example as well, you can use the explicit limit. You can write, okay, explicit limit there as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so explicit limit you can come, but see, few of the cases, if you say like I want to wait for the let's say 20 seconds or explicitly wait, I'm applying let's say 2 seconds. Okay, in that case it's fine, right? 2 seconds, 5 seconds. Okay, but try to use the explicitly wait as much of as possible. Okay, instead of using implicitly wait, because implicitly wait what it will do, it will wait for the each and every element. If in case if really that element is not there, or if really because of bug that element is not there, and that element is you're using in each and every script, then unnecessary it will delay your feedback. Unnecessary it will delay your feedback. Okay, so that is the only reason which weight you have used over the which weight. Okay, either you have to go for the implicit weight or either you have to go for the explicit weight, but both are good. It's not, I mean, harming that much of. Okay, but most of the I mean project I have seen like people are using explicit limit instead of implicit limit. Okay.
So while designing the framework, we will write once the implicit wait. After the loading of that page, web page, we will use explicit wait after that.
Right. No, see, implicitly wait if you use once, that is applicable for throughout the script. It will apply for the each and every element, right? So in that case, I mean, see, what generally people will do, they will apply the implicitly wait, but the wait time will be the very less, like let's say 5 seconds, 2 seconds, like this.
Okay. Okay, sir. They will use both type of wait.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so I think that's it for today's session. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow as well on our regular time.
Ajay, is it possible to push the code to GitHub?
Yeah, I'll push.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Okay, bye Ajay. Good night.
Ajay sir, hello. Hello. Hello.